Hello, everybody, and welcome inside here, the Whitby Soccer Dome, for some Friday night football as Whitby FC gets ready to take on Guelph United. I'm your man on the call today, Sean McLeod, and your starting lineups for Darby FC: Matt Zakos in net, Abdul Hamad, Caleb Pierce, Christopher Badabingi, Kashif Collins, Dylan Campbell, Julian Gonzalez, Colin Riley's, Michael Mayerano, and Carlos Edick, as well as a late addition to the squad of Matthew Perovic, who is a call-up for today's game. On the other side of the pitch for Guelph United, Robert Ostron, Gander, Oakley, Marchand, Jack Sears, Leo Shrimpton, Beater, Vasconcelos, Yates, and the veteran Zachary Ellis Hayden. Ball cleared out to Hamad by Edick. Both teams coming in off some interesting results. A 2-2 tie against St. Catherine's Roma for Darby FC. So 2 games in a row where Darby's able to pull out points, coming off a chaotic, maybe the best way to put it, 2-1 win over Masters here at the Whitby Soccer Center. Filled with red cards, yellow cards, emotion, physicality, any way you want to put it. It was quite a game on the other side of things. Guelph is coming off a 1-0 victory against Vaughan. Vaughan, one of the better teams in the league, and an 0-2 loss against Sigma. So Guelph looking to put together a string here. Kashif, and that'll come all the way back as Kashif gets called. Marchand will play it to the back for Ellis Hayden. Kashif closing in on it, and whistle get called. An aggressive press there. Darby playing with 2 strikers up front today, Badabingi and Kashif, as they line up in a 2-5-3. Play it out the back to Gonzalez. Pierce couldn't quite make it through the line, and they'll be offside. So Guelph will wisely lay off. Zako swaying his options. He's going to likely end up moving everybody forward for this. They'll play it out the back, so what do I know? Riley. And a turnover in the midfield. This could be disastrous. Whitby on the back foot. Zako stands tall. And the ball skied into the top of the dome in a dangerous moment there. Still some work to do. I believe this will be a corner kick coming for Guelph United. So Colin Gander heads out for the corner. In swinging kick with a lot of power will go right over the top. And Badabingi will head it out, so we'll go to the other side and get another corner. So Guelph bringing the option to play it short. And another long in-swinging kick. This one will be a throw-in for Darby. So a couple of corner kicks go by the wayside. Nothing too dangerous comes out of them. An easy call for the referee. A bit too much physicality there from Hamad. Nothing worthy of a card, but still will be a free kick. So this will be Gander once again, lining up for the free kick. First couple attempts at corners were a bit too much in terms of power. Nothing really possible on the end of them. This one looks like it'll be on target and just over top of the net. Zakos plays it to Riley. He'll get it back in quick order. Aggressive press from Guelph United. We'll see them get the ball back. There's Jack Sears, a former OPDL member of Whitby FC. He's gone on to have such an illustrious career. I know they're happy to have him back in the building tonight. Badabingi. Kashif. Can he keep possession of it? And he cannot. Going the other way with it. Sears. Perovic. Guelph unable to keep it in. A good attempt, however. Just out of the reach of an outstretched foot of Colin Gander. It'll be Dylan Campbell for the throw-in. Gander. Vasconcelos. Back to Sears. Looking for Gander, falls a bit short. Gonzalez does a great job to clear that out. It'll be tracked all the way down by Zachary Ellis Hayden. Badabingi. And a lot of contact inside the 18-yard line. And Badabingi's beside himself. And is that going to be a card coming for Badabingi, who did not agree with that call at all? And from up here, it looked like there was a significant amount of contact. It's tough to see, and clearly Badabingi is not happy with that. He'll earn a yellow card for his remarks. Gander. Vasconcelos into the box and just behind Gander, who comes in on the overload. Gonzalez just in front of Perovic. Badabingi, he keeps possession of it. Finds Cash. Cash of Collin lays it off to Badabingi and intercepted there by Ellis Hayden. Ball flipped to the other side of the field here from Guelph. Gander. And a great job there from Dylan Campbell. I believe that's a throw-in coming for Guelph, and it is. Vasconcelos. Campbell. Mariano in the midfield. Out wide to Ostron. He's looking for options. Ostron keeps possession of the ball. Skied high. Pierce with the header. They'll be out for a Guelph United throw-in. Long ball played into the box. Vasconcelos. Marchand. Shrimpton plays it out wide. Ostron is offside. And you can hear the U8 team here for Whitby FC certainly getting into it. Has been loud since the start of the match. Oakley. Gander. Yates plays it long. Finds its way to Sears. Gonzalez plays it back to Zakos. Zakos with a booming kick. Looking for Badabingi. Will find its way to Pierce. Off the foot of Collins. And once again, Guelph United looking to set up on the attack. Colin Gander. It's a great ball forward. However, it'll be offside. Leo Shrimpton. I mean, you can see the argument there as he had a man in front of him and was still offsides on that. Zakos. That's going to be out for a Whitby corner kick, so interesting decision there as Harvey Marchand heads it out of bounds. It may just be short of a corner kick. It'll be a throw-in, and Perovic does not get the first touch that he wants there, and that'll head out for a goal kick. As I mentioned, the U8 team here in attendance will be one of the teams that's making the trip out to Ottawa fairly soon here And a lot going on here at the Dome as well. You can visit whitbysoccer.com for more information about summer camps as well as skill camps coming up in conjunction with Final Third Soccer, a collaboration between Whitby FC and Final Third Soccer. So you can go to whitbysoccer.com for some more information about that. Perovic battling with Vasconcelos. Collins. Badabingi with a long kick, wide and high. That's one of the things that Darby has really been working on over the past few games is the struggles to get it into the 18-yard box and convert once you're there. Against Masters, they were able to do so, and in short order, as they came out flying out of the gates in that game. You can see it's going to be an interesting chess battle here with Guelph. Guelph to this point has dominated possession. Neither team has had too many outstanding chances, although the free kick that just went high of the net for Guelph United from Gander stands out currently. Gander looking for Shrimpton. Pierce is going to be there. Can Shrimpton keep it in? He does. Eddick puts his body on the line for the block. Hamad gets a full head of steam ahead of him. Badabingi into the box, and no one's there for it. Handball. I mean, a clear handball there as it popped up off the ground. Although the referee, I might imagine, would argue that the hand is maybe not unnaturally away from the body there. Mariano, he gets his pocket picked. And Shrimpton puts it high over the net. Another chance goes by the wayside. So we are about 18 minutes here into the first half of play here tonight. Campbell. Collins will find its way to Sears. Going the other way with it. And possession is just given away there by Sears. You can hear the dismay of the coach in the background. Badabingi, he stays on. Cuts into the 18-yard line. Lay it off. Hamad gets tangled up. Carlos Eddick. And Ostron wins it back. Sears. Somehow Whitby comes away with possession there. Badabingi. Perovic. Yates back to Gander. That'll head out to Oakley. And well over the top of Gander. No chance there. That'll be a throw-in coming for Darby. And you can see Darby firmly placed on the back foot, but they're still getting a few chances springing off the counterattack. throw into Badabingi. Edick moves it forward. Hamad's going to be onside if he can get there for it. But it'll be Robert coming out. A long ball played to Gander. He's on. Looking for Shrimpton as he cuts into the 18-yard line. Perovic keeps it. And no call right in front of him. Perovic. And Riley with probably a bit of a retaliation message sent. And a few questions for the head official there. Perovic clearly went down. Perovic also wears such small kick pads. He's small enough to notice. He's in there breaking up defensive plays. Played last year for North Mississauga, and then also was a member of the Ontario Tech Ridgeback squad that went nearly undefeated last year. So we'll go back and try again. Referee says it didn't go in. Hamad to Badabingi. Hamad closed down in a hurry, and that's going to be Whippy, Darby, I should say, is a bit confused by that call. Is it technically by the book? That probably should have been a yellow. Just a strongly worded warning in place of it. Colin Riley. Ball into the box. Almost finds Cash of Collins. Ellis Hayden flips the field to give it to Oakley. Perovic heads it. Badabingi tied up in the midfield there with the 8s. Perovic. Edick. Hamad. He gets taken down. Easy call for the referee to make on that one. No mistaking. That'll be a free kick just outside of the 18-yard line. So it'll be interesting to see how Darby lines up here. A frequent target of these free kicks has been Julian Gonzalez as well as Cash of Collins. And you can see Gonzalez working towards the near post, Collins working towards the far post. So free kick comes. And headed over the top by Oakley. This will be a corner kick on the other side here for Darby FC. So it'll be Edick lining up for the corner. And Gonzalez is right there for it and picked out of the sky by Robert. So two decent chances at points there for Darby FC, as one is just over the head of Julian Gonzalez, and the other one is just fractionally off as well. Robert does well to save that second one. Riley to Meirano. Perovic. Pierce plays it back to Edick. Gonzalez. It's interesting. Looks like Perovic has moved to the far side of the formation. Campbell off to Edick. Edick chips it in and just off, looking for Cash of Collins. Gonzalez wins the aerial battle. Can Collins chase it down? That'll be a throw-in coming for Darby FC. Pierce going out for the throw-in. Hamad makes himself available for it at the last second. Gander. Ball finds its way through the feet of a few defenders there from Darby. Shrimpton, one-on-one with the keeper. And where did the defender come from there? Riley, out of nowhere, saves the day. And when it comes to defensive plays, that's about as significant as they get. Shrimpton had Zakos one-on-one, and a sliding tackle breaks it up. Still have some work to do to get out of this situation for Darby, as Guelph now looking to take advantage of the field position. Oakley on the throw-in. And cleared out. Badabingi, a bit too strong as he looked to lay it off to Cash of Collins. Sears out to Oakley. Vasconcelos. Zakos. Just about 30 minutes through here in the first half of play in Whitby. Guelph have had their chances, and Darby have stood tall on a few of them, especially that last play by Colin Riley really stands out. They've had a few significant chances in terms of corner kicks, but nothing has came from them. Edick. Vasconcelos. Yates. Over to Gander. Vasconcelos broken up by Dylan Campbell. Back to Yates. as Guelph will look to set up once again. Shrimpton, can he get it on net? Zakos diving. Saves the day as Milan Beater was coming in there. I believe he may have got a deflection on it. Beater currently second on the team in scoring with 4 goals on the year. Gonzalez. Come all the way back to Zakos. Badabingi. His header will find the foot of Edick. He moves it up the sidelines to Pierce. So it'll be a throw-in for Guelph. Some good play there from Oakley to get something positive out of that. Shrimpton chips it forward. Ostron has a few different options with it. Vasconcelos. Marchand looking for Sears. That'll go over his head. Out for a Darby throw-in. So what looked like an attack that had some teeth there ends up sputtering out. Badabingi. And isn't able to catch up to it for the cross. That'll be out for a goal kick. As we see Perovic moves back over to the right side of the formation. And the counter press. Hamad is down behind the play, but he'll get up in a hurry. And a dangerous attempt there from Shrimpton. Campbell. Hamad has some room to work with it. Cross in. Badabingi's there. Perovic. And that's deflected, so that will be a corner kick, I believe. It should be a corner kick for Darby. Looks like it will be. And the last free kick, which was functionally a short corner kick, and the last corner kick for Darby have both been pretty decent chances. Once again, you'll see Gonzalez and Kashif Collins be the target men on these. And just over the head of Gonzalez and Badabingi, unable to be kept in by Caleb Pierce. Marchand. Gander. Flag stays down. Beater And what a save by Zakos. Another one to keep this at 0-0. Zakos puts in such solid performances every night. Zakos counted on to be a real leader on this team as well. Provider of energy. And when you talk to anybody at this club, they hold him in such high regard. It's going to be a corner kick coming here. Gander. Corner in, looking for Shrimpton. It's not there. Vasconcelos. It'll come all the way back to Zachary Ellis Hayden. It's Gander. Flag stays down. Shrimpton's in. Beater. And for now, this holds as a goal. I believe it will. A little bit of conversation coming on over here. But I believe that will represent the first goal of the game, as it is 1-0 Guelph United at the 36th minute. Milan Beater flies in. A little disconnected, but ends up working out. So as we creep up to the end of the first half of play, Milan Beater gets on the board for Guelph United as they strike first, currently 1-0. Perovic taken down. Perovic's been on the unfortunate end of a few physical plays here. This will be a free kick in an advantageous position here for Darby. It's always interesting to see how these free kicks shake out. You have a ton of options here on Darby's side. It looks like it's going to be Edick and Riley lining up. Carlos Edick, right into the wall, comes back. Campbell. Vasconcelos lays it off. Gander. Gander. Once again, it's Vasconcelos. Shrimpton, and probably could have blown the whistle a number of times on the end of that possession, but one of them does get called. So Gander will line up for a free kick. Guelph looking to add to the total. In swinging kick. Hamad. Zachary Ellis Hayden breaks up the play. Badabingi. Kosh Collins in on the press. Marchand. Shrimpton. Able to shake Campbell. Lays it back off to Vasconcelos, so it'll be Campbell who is there to break it up. Gander. Vasconcelos. Perovic with a great sliding tackle. Hamad. Edick. It gets too much underneath it. So I believe this would be out. It must have been deflected. This will be out for a free kick. Or a corner kick. Played short. Hamad chipped into the box. We'll head back out for another one. Cheeky little attempt there. Edick puts a bit too much on it. Yates heads it out. Mayorano. Campbell. Collins. Mayorano offside. Some good positioning there from Zachary Ellis-Hayden to draw the offside there. Badavingi comes up a bit too aggressive to get that ball. Just a little movement to get behind Badavingi from Ellis-Hayden. Sure enough, it's offside. Yates looking for Oakley. Pierce is there for the header. Oakley gets Guelph United going the other way. Sears out to Gander. Looking for Shrimpton. There to Markham is Riley. And with that last goal, Milan Beater moving up to tie first place in goals on the team. It'll be Jared Ajimane, who is also tied with 5 goals on the season. Sears. Moves it forward to Ostron. Back to Sears. Sears will take the overlap. Ellis-Hayden. Yates. Gander flipping it forward to Shrimpton. Battling with Dylan Campbell down on the touch line, and that will be out for a goal kick. And you can feel the left side of that attack with Gander and Shrimpton. Really has a lot of bite to it. Abdul. Just a bit too strong, finds its way past Perovic. And 1 minute of added time is instructed by the 4th official. Hamad out to Perovic. He keeps it in. As we are officially into added time, and however short it's going to be, Riley. Back to Zakos. And Zakos has had himself a game, even though he's on the wrong side of the 1-0 scoreline right now. Could be significantly worse without him. Collins. Vasconcelos. And possession gifted away. There's the end of the first half. It is 1-0 for Guelph United off of the foot of Milan Beater. We'll be back here for the second half. Do not go anywhere. And we are back underway here at the Whitby Soccer Center Dome for the second half of play as Guelph United leads 1-0 behind the foot of Milan Beater. No significant changes to report at half, I believe. Edick. Pierce. To Hamad. It's tied up with Sears, and Guelph will come away with it. Yates. Looking for Shrimpton, who was in the area of that first goal. Bit of chaos. It was deflected either off of Shrimpton or a defender. It was tough to see up here. Beater flying in with his foot high. Able to get it on the ball and in the net. That's out for a throw-in. So Riley with the free kick. He'll play it back to Gonzalez. Gonzalez has had some good moments tonight, won a few aerial duels. Sears. Gives it to Yates. It's interesting to note any changes in the pace of play or in formation. Looks like both teams are coming out relatively similar to what they had in the first half. And obviously Darby was on the back foot for a decent portion of the first half, although they did have their chances, playing more for the counterattack. And arguably early on should have had a penalty as Badabingi went down in the box with contact. Collins. Sears. Perovic. Dylan Campbell does a great job to get it through a few defenders there. Kashif Collins. Oakley. Just nearly a great ball there from Ellis Hayden. Looking on the far side for Gander. And Gander just takes it briefly out of bounds. Abdul Hamad just bullied off the ball by Yates. Ostron. Campbell. Back tied up with Ostron and almost able to clear it. Therefore, it is Gander. Sears. Oakley. Oakley was looking to find the overlap there. Pierce has a lot of leeway here with Badabingi. Can he get the shot off? And Zachary Ellis-Hayden slides in front of it. Badabingi eventually does get the shot off. Shrimpton. Ball deflected. Gonzalez. Oakley. Pierce. Edick. A great ball to Badabingi. And some great hold-up play there from Badabingi. Majorano taken down. Edick. Back to Perovic. Vasconcelos up to Beater. The lone goal scorer on the match, and would have been tough for Shrimpton to make a run at that while staying onside. A tough bounce for Pierce. Hamad. Pierce looking for Hamad in the box. Cash. This attack is still going for Darby right now. Hamad. Cash there for it, but Robert. Marchand. Oakley has a lot of room to move on the right side of this attack. Yates. Looking for Shrimpton. And Shrimpton taken down. A bit handsy there from Gonzalez. So Oakley's there for the free kick, as well as Gander, who has taken the lion's share of the set pieces here tonight. And it looks like we're going to see our first substitution of the game. Gander. Able to find the head of Sears, and it gets knocked out of bounds. Hamad. Perovic. Edick. Badabingi. For Hamad in the box, broken up well. Marchand. Gonzalez. Ostrom breaks it up. And a bit of frustration there. We'll see a yellow card given to Michael Majorano. We're going to see Michael Dorenzo readying up on the bench, so he'll be the first official substitution of the game. No changes at halftime for either side.
Yellow card issued to Darby FC, number 20, Michael Majorano, in the 55th minute.
Gander tips it over and just wide of the net. So we'll see Abdul Hamad come off. And Michael Dorenzo come on. Dorenzo often seen in the starting 11 here at Darby, so coming in off the bench today. We'll see if he can bring some energy as Darby looks to tie up the score, currently trailing 1-0 off a goal in the 36th minute by Michael Beater. Pierce. Badabingi leaves it back for Kashif Collins and gets the ball on target, but Robert there lays out for it.
Darby FC substitution in the 56th minute, number 4, Michael Dorenzo enters the match. Exiting the match is number 2, Abdul Hamad.
So Robert's first real threatening moment of the game as the ball is on target, lays out, tracks it well, keeps it where we are, 1-0, and the keepers are holding up their end of the bargain here tonight. Zakos has had a number of highlight reel saves. Robert hasn't been as active, but when he is, he's certainly risen to the occasion. Shrimpton just can't get in front of the ball. Comes down a bit late. Ostron. Back to Sears. Yates. Sears. Leo Shrimpton clears it in, and probably should have been a handball there as Perovic's hand goes up. Vasconcelos and Zakos with another save. Badabingi plays it forward to Cash, and Robert's going to come out. Edek, Perovic. Dorenzo and a sliding tackle. Takes down Yates in the midfield. So they're going to get a look on, I believe that's Beater that's down. And Guelph certainly has options off the bench to bring up in this position. Edgeman. It looks like Beater will come off to the sideline to get a look at him before they decide to make a sub. And I believe the instruction is for Shrimpton to play a bit more centrally in the meantime. Certainly makes sense. Oakley. Meirano. Vasconcelos. And another beautiful tackle. Carlos Edick to Pierce. Pierce to Badabingi. Edick. Meirano. Perovic. Darby FC looking to set up. Played out the back, still looking for an equalizer as we tick into the 60th minute of play. Michael Dorenzo in as a substitution, and it's Milan Beater with the first and only goal of the night. Perovic. Campbell. Darby just needs to find a way to get it into the 18-yard line. They do, and this one will be out for a throw-in, however. Long throw in, looking for Badabingi. Edick, and it will be cleared out by Guelph United. Beater's there for it. And Riley will head it away. Collins just behind it, and a threatening ball that was. May have been one of the better chances of the night, sans anything that Badabingi has done. Robert. Zakos plays it forward. Looking for Badabingi. Badabingi sends it back to Edick. Gets it quickly stripped away. Badabingi. Gonzalez. Cash in the corner. And some great defending there from Zachary Ellis-Hayden. Badabingi in the box. Edick thought about lining it up. He'll pull it back. Campbell has a bit of room to work. And a ball deflected. Looked like it was bouncing towards Cassius Collins. Or broken up. Sears. Oakley. It feels like Guelph is slowing down the pace of things a little bit, working a bit more possession-oriented, and certainly in the lead right now would make sense for them. Riley comes out to Gonzalez. Perovic. And coach wanted a yellow. I mean, I certainly could make an argument for it. Oakley didn't want to hear it, however, and head official comes over and agrees. No yellow card given, but it will be a free kick for Darby. Marano. And Cash of Collins again, just fractionally off. Darby have come so close on a number of occasions. And Robert tried to clear the ball out, and I don't know if he didn't see Carlos Edick or if he saw him and just didn't care. But the result ends the same with Edick taking a ball to the shoulder and Guelph having to turn around in quick order. Nonetheless, we'll see Guelph on the attack here. Sears. Robart. Lorenzo. Dylan Campbell out on the sideline has a bit of room to work. It'll come back to DiRenzo. So you're 66 minutes in to this game in the second half. Still no substitutions from Guelph United, which I find a bit interesting. We'll see if they start pulling the strings in that regard in a few minutes. Shrimpton's going to get in a foot race with Gonzalez. Gonzalez wins that one easily. Edick. Campbell. Darby on the attack and just a bit in front of Badabingi. Shot comes in late and wide left of the net. Zachary Ellis Hayden. And the press coming in aggressively right now from Darby. Marchand. Yates to Vasconcelos. Ball tied up on Gonzalez. Finds its way out. Mariano to Edick. Edick looking for Cash. Oakley's there. Sears. Oakley. And it looks like we will see the first substitution from Guelph United readying up. And a shot almost there for it. Deflected up and over the goal. And it looks like Shrimpton will be coming off in favor of Jared Edgeman. Jared Edgeman coming into this game was first in scoring for Guelph United. Currently is tied with Milan Beater, who scored earlier in the game to get the lone goal that we have. Oakley. Shrimpton. The shot is on target and tipped up and over. There's a curling shot. So that will be a corner kick. And a great attempt there from Leah Shrimpton to get it even on target. Let alone as threatening as it was. Looks like we're going to see a substitution from Darby in response as well. It'll be Logan Forrester coming up for Darby. Adjaman still waiting to come on for Guelph United. It'll be Carlos Edick coming off. Edick's had a solid game here tonight. Logan Forrester on as a substitution for him, as Edick will take the shortest available route off, and we'll also see Shrimpton following him in that shortest route off the field, and Adjaman comes on.
Guelph United substitution in the 72nd minute. Number 9, Jared Edgeman enters the match. Exiting the match is number 11, Leo Shrimpton. Darby FC substitution in the 72nd minute. Number 8, Logan Forrester enters the match. Exiting the match is
Badabingi.
47, Roberto Carlos.
Perovic gets everything underneath that, and just a bit too much in that regard. Ellis Hayden with the back pass to the keeper. Those are always sketchy. Figured out there well from Rabar. Gonzalez. He's getting chased down quickly. Adjaman in with the fresh legs. Cash. Marchand. To Gander. And Badabingi is going to get a referee coming to give him a talking to. As they check on the player, will be a card given for it. And it looks like it's just going to be a bit of a talking to with no card given. So players will come off for a quick drink of water. And I believe that's Oakley sorry, that is Zachary Ellis Hayden who's down. Just a bit of an unfortunate collision there with Badabingi. Cassius Collins having a bit of fun with the referees. They asked him to stay on the pitch, had a foot off. From up here, the reactions, just observing Zachary Ellis Hayden's response to the whatever they're doing down there, it's not good. That's certainly good news to see him up and putting weight on it. One would assume they're probably going to bring on a substitution for him in short order. We'll see how he's feeling. He's pulling the socks back up. The headband goes back on, so I believe they'll just take him off for a brief look at him. He might be back on, which is an outstanding development for Guelph United, because when he went down, it certainly appeared like that may have been him going off for the game. Badabingi to Dylan Campbell. So Zachary Ellis Hayden, bit of a confusing situation there. Side judge was asking him to come to the sideline for his walk-off, and Ellis Hayden gets called back onto the pitch. Badabingi, and it's Milan Beater who gets in front of it. That will be a corner kick coming for Darby. I mean, you could argue that the most significant chances tonight for Darby have come off of set pieces, a few of them being corners. It's Perovic out for a free kick, and we have a player down for Guelph United. And looking to see who's behind the play here. It looks like he's up on it. And it's Harvey Marchand. He'll come off to the sideline. Perovic lining up for a free kick. Don't forget that. Or a corner kick, I should say. Like I said, the significant chances here tonight for Darby have come off of corner kicks, and almost another one there. Finds the header. Chipped in. Robart's there for it. The corner kick found the head of Badabingi. However, it was deflected off a defender back out to Mariano, who I believe chipped it in. Collins. Forrester. He gets his first touch of the ball. Perovic. So a little tinkering going on with the formation right now. As Camilos and Sears, I believe, are flipping sides in the formation. Trying to sort out what's going on the sideline here as well as keep track of the action. Ball is given to Beater. And that'll be a call. Opportunity coming in. It looks like we're going to see Wesley Kane coming in for Marchand. And we're also going to see Arian Mataj come on as Michael Mirano heads off.
Substitution in the 81st minute. Number 8, Wesley Kane enters the match. Exiting the match is number 5, Darby.
Zakos looking to find one of his strikers. Isn't quite there for it. Jared Adjaman's there for it.
Darby FC substitution in the 81st minute. Number 13, Arian Mataj enters the match. Exiting the match.
Into the 81st minute of play. Darby still looking for an equalizer. Find a way to salvage points out of this game, and an aggressive tackle is going to be carded here for Kashif Collins. Sears down on the ground, the recipient of that aggressive tackle from Cash. And another substitution readying up here for Guelph United. And it'll be Joe Hall readying up at the table. He'll come on when he gets a chance. Gander heads it forward. Beater almost gets the shot on net. That's a tough one. So Jahal will come on. From Pete Johal. And off will come Jack Sears.
Guelph United substitution in the 84th minute. Number 7, Arthur Joel enters the match. Exiting the match is number 10, Jack Sears.
Mataj at the header. Moves it forward. Badabingi's tied up. They're searching for a call. And there is none. Robart will pick it up. just at the edge of his box, and Patabingi's been on the receiving end of a few physical plays that haven't had any sort of repercussions for the offending team. Cash of Collins. Oakley. How Oakley doesn't have any sort of a call against him there is beyond me. Collins would have been one-on-one with the keeper. I mean, you could argue that that's a denial of a chance on goal. Maybe not even going that far, but at the very least, that's a free kick outside of the box. So Darby starting to run out of time. 84 minutes. We're going to have a pretty significant added time here. I would imagine it comes in around 5 or 6 minutes. Anything less than 5, I would say, is a questionable one. They're calling Gonzalez forward into the attack. Collins on the chest. Robart's there for it. And Collins had to turn and hit it and didn't quite get as much as he wanted. It wasn't a real clean hit. Still finds the mark. Adjaman getting his first touch. Probably could have been a handball there. There's certainly going to be a handball there. So see Perovic. It's interesting to see the trust being given to him. Inserted into the starting lineup here today, already given the reins to free kicks. Perovic. That one's a bit wide, back into the box. Perovic tied up with Vasconcelos. Oakley with the free kick. 87 minutes. Kane pushes it forward. Mataj. DiRenzo on the run. The long kick forward, stays onside to Cash. Pierce brings it into the box, gets a solid strike on it. Robart there for the save. Mataj. And a yellow card given. Looked like an aggressive play from up here. That'll be given to Milan Beater. Once again, the lone goal scorer in this match. Darby looking to even it up, find some points, and they're going to have to do so in quick order. 88 minutes, 2 minutes of regular time remaining. So we'll likely see a pretty significant added time. I'll keep an eye out for that. Substitution coming for Guelph United. And this will be Damian Trong when he gets a chance into the box. Gonzalez almost gets a foot on it.
Yellow card issued to Guelph United, number 12, Milan Peter, in the 89th minute.
So an aggressive formation taken here from Darby. Cash heads it down to his feet, turns around, takes a swing at it, and it goes wide of the net. So beater goes off. We'll see Truong come on. Five minutes of added time is the call from the fourth official. Kane. You see Dorenzo rush the ball back to the spot. They want to get this going as quick as possible. 5 minutes of added time is not a small chunk of time. However, it will go by in a hurry. As we are officially into added time, 90 minutes have elapsed. Of course, that is a minimum of 5 minutes added time. Oakley pulls his hand back at the last minute. I do not believe he hit it. Badabingi. Darby finding a bit of space on the attack, and Cash gets well underneath it, sends it high. Would have been a tough angle to get the shot on. So Bart will mosey over. Take some time to think about what he wants to do with this, I'm sure. One minute of added time has elapsed. Mataj tied up in the midfield. Gonzalez tries to find Pierce. Truong's there for it for Guelph. Kane on the far sideline, sliding tackle from Dorenzo. And another sliding tackle. Vasconcelos. And a good job there from Guelph as Ostron just flicks it off the knee of Pierce. 2 minutes of added time have elapsed. So the hourglass starting to thin out. We hear chants of "Let's Go Darby" coming from the U18, Whitby FC. U18, significantly younger than that. U18. Throw incoming. Riley. Mataj. Perovic. Darby has to get the ball forward. Dorenzo. Mataj. Gonzalez. A nice ball over to Cash. Campbell gets the ball stripped away from him from Kane. Adjaman tied up with Gonzalez. Whistle blown. 2 minutes of the minimum time remaining is what is left here. Darby, they'll be moving up. Zakos looking to get everybody involved in this. So Zakos up for the free kick. quickly backpedals to his net. Pierce. And that'll be a throw-in coming as Dylan Campbell heads out for Darby. One minute of added time of the minimum remaining. Has been a lot to bring it off the clock right now. Darby has to work with some urgency right now, and certainly they are. Pierce. DiRenzo. Ball into the box. Cash! Just over the top of his head. Perovic's there. Can he salvage this into a corner? Looks like that's going to be a throw-in coming for Guelph. Gonzalez into Mataj. Campbell looks to line up a kick. And that will almost certainly be the end of it as a whistle's given to Guelph United. Guelph, an explanation being given to Darby's assistant coach here. Certainly they were not a fan of that. Guelph will take their time with this. Bring as much time off the clock as they can. Already 95 minutes. So the added time, the minimum of it, has elapsed. At any point in time, it could be the end, and it is, as it ends with a Milan beater goal flying in off his foot in the 36th moment of play. It's 1-0 here.